I have no idea what connects onto there. That was one hell of an expensive mistake. It's one of them today. It's Tina Turner. It's not white, but it's okay. I'll do this one. You will not believe what I've found. So welcome back to YouTube. Something a bit different. We're at a factory unit today. Factory unit. They need all the hot and cold sorting out for the toilets, 2 toilets and the kitchen unit. But they need an undercounter water heater fitting. So I'll show you the job. So this is the one toilet. They've supplied this. That just hooks off the wall. I'll show you that in a minute. That's the mains coming in. So we're going to put a lead valve on there. Sort all the hot and cold out to this. Because obviously it's just on cold at the moment. This side round here, we've got another toilet. This just having one tap on it. So yeah, that's all the waste sorted out there. And this is the kitchen area. So back to back with there's the toilets. We've just got a cold coming in at the moment. Comes over here and feeds the coffee machine, which unfortunately is about to be turned off. So as you can imagine, I'm going to be very popular because everyone in this unit now is not going to be able to have tea or coffee because I've got to turn the mains off. Oh well. So yeah. Repair and start again. That's basically the plan. Repair, start again. So let's get the water off, get it drained, get it cracking. There you go. There's the mains off. I'm just going to disconnect that now, put a lever in, and start running the coal. See if we can get the coal back on first. So obviously then they can have the teas and coffees and not have a go at me. Well, we're meant to start on it because yeah, I had to get the water back on because they forgot to fill the kettle and that's all. Yeah. So I'll put a lead valve in there, drain off, non-return valve, earth lead back on, force it across, ready to connect onto that tap. That's the outside tap, across here, back onto the mains. That's the waste pipe, so I've got to sort something out with that, don't know what yet. But I've got a problem with the back of this sink. I need some tap connectors, and I thought I bought them, but I haven't. I'll show you. So this just lifts off, that's it. And that's the connectors there. That's the plug. That's the connectors there, so I need some bent tap connectors, but I ain't got none. I thought I picked them up and I haven't. So yeah. And also, I have no idea what connects onto there. Not a Scooby-Doo. It's 32mm down. 40mm down. God knows. I might take that one out and just put a standard in, but I don't know whether a standard will fit. It looks like it will. It does look like it will, but turn the water back off. And I think I'm going to have to get to the merchants, pick a few pieces up and then come back. So for the back connections, then we just tap connectors straight onto the back of here, onto some flexes. I've had to cut some of the wall out because when it just looks over that plate, onto the back of here. When I was putting it on, it was bending them. So you can see I've got the isolation valve on there, put it back on, connect it there, make sure there's no leaks on. Yeah. The only way you're going to get to these to replace the tap is taking the whole sink unit out, which it just hooks off anyway. But it's very thick lip to be honest with you. So, let's see what we get on. Be easy with 2 hands, you know. Well, you will record for YouTube, won't you? There you go. Nice and central, eh? Underneath. There you go. It's cold again. Let's get that off. Oh, you can't connect to that. It's a shot. I've never seen one of these leak by doing it like this. You can get flash face ones, but I haven't got them. So, there you go. It's not going to leak, trust me. I've seen it done hundreds of times like this. Hundreds. I do try and get flat face when I can, but it's one of them. It's one of them today. It's Tina Turner. It's not white, but it's okay. Not too tight. Not too tight. There we go. There you go. Right. Water on. Tap off. Put the bucket there just in case. Flathead. That's why I put the bucket there, because the tap's on. There you go, that's off. See what happens now. Check for any leaks. Looking good. Looking good. Why did I do that? Right, I'm gonna get the basin or the hot. Don't know. Let's have a tidy up. Oh, sorry. Right, so there you go. Cracked on a little bit. Got the hot and cold deal. Needed to get this in because they need some kind of sink, some kind of toilet. The rest now, if I don't get it done, I can cap off because I've got working sink and toilet. Water's off for the moment, but hot and cold's more in isolation valves. Waste goes down to there. That's plastic. Converted it to solvent. So yeah, that one's all done. Just clip that. So that's in there done. Gonna move on now to in here. Some pipes coming through here. That was an absolute nightmare. I couldn't get a drill in at all. I'm gonna have a quick tidy up. I think we're just gonna do the hot on this. I don't know. That's got to come out anyway. I might just run the hot and cold. I don't know. I ain't sorted yet. You'll see in a minute. Got to say as well. Someone told me to try the McAlpine, but it's top fix type of waste. Works. Viva's a lot easier and cheaper. That was like 13 quid. Big ones are 7. But I've tried it, it works. I have tried it works, but yeah, Viva I'm a lot better, to be honest with you. No offense to McAlpine, I love their stuff, but I just prefer the Viva. It is cheaper. But yeah, sorted. Since they were finishing the toilet, we did put hot tap in, because they had a spare one, which is a lot better to get your hands under. I've still got to take that out, so I've got to get the electrics off. New flexes on them. Isolation valves, then connected it up over here, which is a bit of a pain to be honest with you. This is all having new boxing anyway, so it don't really matter. Sleep coupling with the press, definitely gonna need some more of them on the van. It's the only one I had, but it saved me there. But that's this down here basically done in this the men's toilet, other than taking that off. While I was doing this one, you will not believe what I found. Honestly, these people walk among us. Check this out. In the back of this toilet, there's a gas isolation valve connected to a hose pipe. Wow. How long's that? Well, it's held. Genius, to be fair. There's a fine line between genius and madness, but if I've got time, I will repipe that for him. But wow. I mean, just go down the plumbing shop and say what you've got. You don't need to do that, do you? Oh my god, these people walk among us, man. Like seriously, you just get down the plumbing shop and just say, excuse me, I've got a 1/2 inch thread, or take a picture and say, I've got this. You got anything that goes onto it? They'll go, yes, we have. We've got these connectors, or we've got flexes, or whatever. Nah, so I'm just going to get a bloody gas isolation valve and God knows what, and make a bit of hose pipe out the back, bang that on. Jobs are good, eh? Could have been in there 20 years for all I know. I'm slagging off someone's work and it's held all right for me, so I'll tell them about it, and if they want to get it done they can, but that's rough. There you go in here, we've got our hot through, that's our cold existing, and that's the pipe form drinks machine. Don't just want that left in, absolutely fine. Fine, leave that in. But I'm going to get the sink, and I'm just waiting to pick these up. The way an absolute ton, I thought there was highlights for the sink to sit on. Honestly, I picked all four at the same time, I was like, oh my god. Then you bowled me over, but yeah. That wide holding nothing, it's literally just there. It was there holding the pipe up, so I'm going to get the sink in there. Guessing the one it's central, but it'd look better in that corner. Then I could put the heater there, couldn't I? Just get the legs on and I'll have a look. I mean, I don't need legs on. I'll be fine with that. You know what I mean? But better get it high for the taller people. So sink's in place. I've just took the tap out, but this is the one fitting. An Ariston undercounter heater, probably the most popular. So at the back of it, just got it on a hook. It's marked on the wall there where it's going to go. Drill it, plug it, screw it. I'm going to hang that on the wall. There's my cold. There's my hot. Waste. That should be fine. And obviously I've got to repipe that for the drinks machine. So yeah, let's get this hung on the wall. Very lot else to see. Other than that, it's just wall bracket, hot and cold. The real fitting of it is the pipe work. We have got like a expansion vessel there. I've got a PRV somewhere. Just going to get that on. Yeah, take it from there. That's the all screwed, bracket on, and it'll just hook literally up under there onto them hooks. So that's how we've left it for one night. I've moved the sink back out of the way. I've got the TMV valve in there, hot tun, tap, everything ready to go. I am going to put a couple on that because I've just clipped that frame because it was wobbling all over the place. But that's all got done on day one. I've had to crack on, but got that done in there. Toilet all done in there, and that done, and a lot of lagging to come back on day two. So back on day two, you can see now I've started to do the waste pipe. Teed off there. Got one of these. This is called a hot ton. This is going to be for our PRV. That's the 300mm today. You've got to have it 300mm, the same as any unvented cylinder or anything like that. That has got to be 300mm. So that's 300mm in, straight into there. That don't fit directly into solvent weld. It goes into push fit. So I've just put compression on there because I'm using solvent weld there. Converted solvent weld there because I want this to be in solvent weld. So the PRV's got to go in there. You can see that's quite high up as well. But it's got to be 300, that's what it says. So now I've connected these. These are the dielectric connections. Really important, you put them on. Do not connect directly onto here. You can't do that, you've got to have these connections on. So yeah, I'm just going to connect onto here now, get the cold in. Not sure I'm going to do that yet, but we'll figure a way. Yeah, that's how we started. Let me show you the instruction manual for this. Show you what I'm following. So you need 2.8 meters for 10 litre, or 4.2 meters before the first cold water draw off to not have a PRV. No, sorry, an expansion vessel. It needs a PRV on it. You can see there. But the expansion vessel's needed if you haven't got that distance support work. I don't think a lot of installations will have that, to be honest with you. So we've got to put in a pressure reducing valve, which we haven't put in yet, a non-return valve, a mini expansion vessel, PRV, into a discharge. Yeah, I mean, that is a very good diagram, to be fair. Not when you got space like that. I've got to try and get it all in that corner and make it look best I can, basically. See, I've left the legs in where the sink's going, so I can use that as a template. For the top connections, have I got them on me? Let me have a look. There we go. So then we press, then we're going to go directly onto there. So that's my cold. Obviously I've got to put some PTFE on that. I think I'm going to kick it back to the wall, clip it. It's going to go across onto, I don't know. I'm just going to wing it. I am going to wing it. I think the hot, I'm going to bring off that round, down onto there, tee it across for on here as well. So moving on a little bit. You see now we've got the hot going into a TMV valve just here. That's going to be the cold coming in, so you can set that to the temperature. See, it's old school now, really, basically, because it's an industrial premises, and that's how they're connected there. Across to here, cold, I've got to bring that back, loop it back and connect it into here. You can see I've got my PRV in there, into the tun dish, 300mm there. The waste is across there. I've got to connect up to the drinks machine. Wire this up, I've got 2.5mm heat resistant cable, same as the immersion basically. That's what I've got for that. These connections here, as I said before, make sure you put them on. Press them on in a minute. I don't know if I'll get that actually. Bit of crap planning for me, that is. We'll see. We'll see if we get the press on there. And yeah, these are all loose at the moment. Everything's loose. I haven't pressed nothing yet, but I've run out of tees, so I've got to go and get some tees. Needs a lot more than what I thought on this. My expansion's gonna have to tee off here. Cold some, I don't know. Just a lot of part work everywhere at the moment. I'll sort it though. I'll get it looking nice. Don't you worry. But yeah, them hot tons are really good, to be fair. I've used a few of them now. Boiler installs, I use them to get over where you can't get a PRV outside. Obviously this one we could get the PRV outside, but you'd have to go all the way through there. Not, it was a nightmare to drill them holes. Taking it too bad. So I just running out of materials. He's not the one. So I'm going to get some tees, then get all that wood piped in. I'll show you how we'll do it basically. So all that is part work, just planning part work. It's the setup, like knowing where to put everything, like your expansion, PRV, stuff like that you need to see. So I'll finish getting this piped up and I'll show you. So you can see now we're in a position where I can start pressing. So this is where the main's going to come in, back up here into the mixer valve. Hot's going to come in this side, cold that side. That's your hot out. Non-return valve there. Oh, good job I spotted that. Turn that around. Expansion, PRV, and just coming across here now for hot and cold. I've got to take all that out and start pressing. What time is it? It is 20 to 1. See how long it takes to press this in. 1:30. It's all pressed, it's all in, all tightened up. I did have 20 minutes for my lunch. I forgot to re-record. Believe that if you will, but I'll just put in the cable now. That's 2.5mm heat resistant cable. So the front can go on. I've got to put the front on before the sink in because you ain't getting to it. Now the sink is, you can pull it out once it's in. That's why I'm doing all the part work behind. So if you need to get to this, you can just pull the sink out. I know it's a faff, but yeah, the wall, well, I suppose I could have bought that part work lower, stuck it under there, but when you see the unit, you'll understand why I couldn't do that. So yeah, that's what I did. Let's get the front on and then get the sink in place. Right, so that's all in now. Expansion vessels on, nice and solid. A couple of clips either side. Anybody notice anything different though? Anything at all? Yes, I put oscillation valves on there, but I'm talking about that. There's my mark. Take on in fully. Not gone in fully. I did check it against another one. It is just out. So yeah. God knows how much is there, man. That's all 15 quid down the pond. Probably more than that. Probably about 20 quid. Anyway, put the pressure reducing valve on. I'll show you where I put that. Pull it on the mains over here. Just there. Nice bit of hot work there. Banged in there. The water. It's all on. That tap is so slow because that's crap. I've already checked that. And that's the pressure, and that's then 3.5 bar. This is an industrial unit, it'll be very high. Yeah, so you got the pressure reducer valve out there. Then we've got our isolation valve here. Mains coming in. Forget about that for now. So mains coming in. One way valve. Expansion vessel. Feed. PRV. So that's how we've done that. Then this will obviously be hot. Ignore that. Just imagine that goes straight through to there. All right. I'll put the TMV in because it's a industrial premises. Well, it's health and safety aid, so I mean it's good practice to put them in anyway, but they do fail. Is it legalisation to put it? Is it bylaws, water bylaws to put in domestic? Plumbing, you doing YouTube? I'm asking you, like that. I'll put it in on this one because, like I said, it's a factory unit, so health and safety aid. So let's put the water on, see what happens. Test. Have I missed any? So I've got it off there at the moment, so it'll just feed to there and to the drinks machine. Alright, that's on. Now this is the feed to the water heater. Scary. Okay, no leaks yet. Sounds like it's going to be alright. Oh, hold on. Could hear air. There. I pressed it, you dickhead. Right, let's let some air out. Just leave that open and wait for the bubbles. There you go. They cut the middle well after. Look at the pressure on that. You don't think you get much pressure, but you do. You get the mains pressure. Same pressure. I did get pretty cold. Oh, that little sink keeps up. There you go. All wired up. It's on. We've got a red light. Brilliant. Yeah, it's all plumbed in. Water's all on. No leaks. All coming out the tap. So just got to connect the sink up now. Waste and sink, and that should be that done. So that's just got to go onto them legs. Like I said, them legs are heavy as anything. Once it's on them legs, to be fair, I mean, it is just thin metal. But once it's on them legs, it is sturdy as anything. Hopefully I haven't knocked them out the way and I can just pop it straight on. Right, sink in place. I'll put the waste on. That's just a normal kitchen strainer waste. The other one was some European crap stuff there. T-trap. That's just unlucky. I can get to them though. I promise you I can get my fingers underneath there. They am on levers, it'll be fine. So I'm going to elbow that up into there. That should have heated up by, well, actually yeah, that's heated up by now. We can test the hot water, test all the joints. We are doing 2 bags of time here, but I thought this take a lot longer today, but we am doing alright. Still just seen that. Yo. Ah, yeah, you know what I was just saying to you, I can get to them levers. I've just turned the lever on and I tighten it up. there we go, that's it all done. The Ariston heater there, if you do ever need to get to it for service and maintenance, I've made it so the sink, it's literally disconnect that, disconnect the flexes, and that will just pull out. Yeah. Customer just took all the thing off. It looks pretty smart, that does. Just about had enough room to get it all in. So it does look like a bit of a minefield when you look at the instructions how to do it, but yeah, I hope that helps somebody out that's looking at fitting one of these. I mean, if you're limited for space underneath the sink, very tight, eh? I mean, I'll put a TMV valve in, a lot of people won't have to do that. And say a couple of isolations there so they can isolate it if they need to, but yeah, I think that's turned out pretty nice. And I've just got to get the drinks machine back on because I think it's got a fork, so there's no water in it. So I've been very popular because there's been no... They have had a kettle though, so it ain't been too bad, but yeah, something a bit different for me. I think that's only like the second one of them I've fitted in 4 years, me self-employed, but all too bad a job, turned out pretty nice. Yeah, hope you learnt a thing or two. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one.